Hi there. Welcome to the Victory Wilson Show. The Victory Wilson Show is dedicated to providing valuable insights and solutions by addressing issues, difficulties, and traumas that individuals may have faced in their lives. Trust that on the Victory Wilson Show, we have professional psychologists, therapists, counselors to give professional advice and strategies that you can apply to deal with that difficult situation. My name is Victory Wilson, your host, and on today's episode, we will be dealing with a very, very sensitive topic that's focused on overcoming betrayal from a trusted one. We've heard the story of Bisoye. She told us the story of how she was betrayed by a very, very close relative and trusted relative. This is a case of what we can call human trafficking as well. But this was done by someone that was trusted by both her and her family. On the show today to deal with this very sensitive topic is our one and only Mtish. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mrs. Ayodeji Michael Oni, who is a certified psychotherapist and mental health advocate. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So, Mtish, we have heard the story of Bisoye and all that she went through in the hands of Auntie, and the betrayal, how it's now affecting her personal life, even her relationship with people and her career. So it's a 360 effect, and this is really terrible. This betrayal runs deep. How would you analyze what she's gone through, and what solutions can you provide? Before we get into that, today on the episode, we have Bisoye seated with us as well. So Bisoye will be receiving first-hand therapy. That's what I would like to call it, first-hand therapy from Mtish, because all the advice and everything that Mtish should be giving to us on the show today, she'll be here to receive it live and direct. Bisoye, how do you feel about that? You're excited about it.
Yeah.
I like this smile.
Hi there. Welcome to the Victory Wilson Show, a show dedicated to providing valuable insights and solutions by addressing traumas and difficulties that individuals may have experienced in their lives. Featuring insightful interviews with leading psychologists, counselors, therapists, and individuals sharing their own difficulties and journeys. This show provides a supportive space for anyone seeking clarity and healing. You'll find inspiration to navigate life's difficulties and practical tips right here. Subscribe now to Victory Wilson TV. Let's embark on this journey of self-discovery, healing, and growth together.
Thank you, Mtish. All right, Mtish, please take it away.
Okay, so let me first and foremost congratulate Bisoye, and I'd like to tell her that she has done well.
Yeah.
She has done well. One step to healing is opening up, because openness precedes wholeness. When you tell your story, invariably you are strengthening yourself while strengthening others.
Yes.
So you have done well. Okay, so I heard your story keenly, and while you were telling the story, I was actually taking notes, and kudos to Victory Wilson, for bringing me here, because the truth is, issues like this will just make you live life on the surface. Yeah, you would be navigating through life with so many, illusions, thinking things through with your own, already mindset that has really been battered and shattered with the experiences you've had in the past. And I'm really so sorry that you had to go through all of that. Okay, so these are the questions I want to ask you. Do you think that you could have stopped this incident from happening?
No, because I did not have it in control then. I had to listen to my mom and just to her will. I felt she was she was trying to push me to a better place in our own understanding. Yes.
Okay, so you know in yourself that you had no way
To control
to
it.
control it. So it was beyond you. So at the moment, do you in any way blame yourself?
I just blame life in general. Yeah. I just blame that. Why did I even come in the first place if I have to go through all of this?
You think life was unfair to you?
Yes.
Okay, so do you think if this had not happened to you, you would have had the best of life?
Maybe because growing up, the vision, I finished secondary school and I was 16 years of age then. So the plan was just to go into university, get a degree, become a chartered accountant as term. I've always had in mind to be. So I think I would have done better. I would have been a better person. Maybe I am, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm not there yet.
So you actually think if you had not gone through all of those things, you would have become a chartered accountant now. So, and being a chartered accountant, what would that have done to you? How do you think that would have changed the outlook of your life?
It would be just a fulfilled dream. I don't know what else would have happened, but then the career path would still be in check. Would have been in check.
Okay, so if there's anything, Miss Victory, that we can take out of this, it's a lot of uncertainties. I think maybe, could have, would have. So there's no certainty in all of these things. They are all assumptions. So what I can bring out of this, and I want you to really take note of this, is that when things like this, like what you have gone through, when it happens, we tend to attribute it, to a lot of uncertainties. What am I trying to say? Maybe if I had not gone through this thing, maybe I would have been somewhere. What if maybe not? What if you didn't go through all of those things and you didn't end up as a chartered accountant? What if you wrote exam and you failed? What if you tried all your best and you were not even given has that not happened to a lot of us? I wanted to become a medical doctor and I ended up studying physics. And here I am, a therapist.
I wanted to become a lawyer. I ended up studying psychology, which is the best thing that has happened to me.
That is it. That is it. So why did I want to become a doctor? Because I wanted to save lives. What am I doing now?
You're still saving lives.
So we need to, I'm giving you this professional intervention, and that's why I had to ask all of these questions, so that you know that what would happen would have still happened. And it doesn't mean that what you went through is the reason for your mishap. It doesn't mean. Look at yourself. So we don't advise people to compare. Comparison is, a total, off in psychology and in therapy. But I tell people personally that there's what we call constructive comparison, where you can place yourself side by side with people and you look at it analytically. I am doing better. In spite of my issues, in spite of my circumstances, don't you have people in your life that have not gone through half of what you have gone through? Now I'm getting so much, into this therapy thing now. Don't you have people that didn't go through all of these things? In fact, they don't even have quarter of the kind of story you have, and they cannot even come near you.
Thank you.
It is still a maybe. Now, this is because you have not taken time to do what I call constructive comparison, where you place yourself side by side and you look at it. I'm even doing better. There's destructive comparison, and that's what most people practice. And that's why people say, don't compare, don't compare. But I stand to tell people that you can compare constructively. You can place yourself side by side, Miss Victory, with people that are doing better than you in your field, and constructively compare yourself with them and say, you know what, I can do this, or even do better. You are not destructively comparing yourself in the sense of saying, what is it? What is this person doing that I'm not doing? I mean, in your industry, we have a lot of OAPs, we have a lot of voiceover artists, award-winning, that are doing well, that you know that, they probably have gone ahead and they are doing better than you. You can place yourself side by side with them, aiming at what they have achieved and knowing that you can even do better without being envious, without being bitter, without allowing resentment of any sort. That is constructive comparison. You can do that. If you begin to do that, you will discover that you are not doing bad. Because the reason why you are still allowing this thing to eat you up emotionally, and you have all of the baggages and emotional breakdown, is because you are placing yourself with people that have gone ahead and you are destructively comparing. Okay, maybe you have friends that have probably gotten married. So I did therapy for somebody, and she kept telling me she's 36 now, 36 years, and she kept telling me, all my friends are married, all my friends have children. In fact, I have a friend that has stopped giving birth. And I said, okay, do you ever have a friend that has not gotten married? And she goes, okay. And she began to mention, okay, she said, I have one person. And after that person, she said, okay, there's another person. And in that time, she had mentioned 4 persons. I said, so look at it. You have people that have not even gotten married. But here you are. You are even in a relationship. And you're still bitter. And the reason why, it was even the guy that brought her to therapy, because she was really pushing the guy. Let's get married. The guy said, let's take it one time at a time. Let's get married. If we don't get married this year, I'm off. So the guy said, okay, I don't want to lose this lady, but I know something is wrong. There's a reason why she's doing this. Because the why of issues is more than the what. Why you're doing what you're doing is more important than what you are doing. So the moment we're able to get to the why, then we have killed the what. So my darling, why all of these things happened, or why you think all of these things are happening and you're emotionally down, is because you keep attributing it to what you went through. Possibly look at it in the other way. You probably might not go through all of that
and still not get to
because the bottom liner is that if all of those things had not happened, I would be this by now. I would be that by now. I mean, are we together, or am I saying something? Yes.
Do you have any question as regards to dealing with this? It's a great thing right now that you can actually come out and talk about it. I'm actually grateful. I'm even more than excited that you're coming out to talk about this, saying things that you've never said in 8 years. But now that we are here, do you have any question for her at all?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
I just want to listen to people's opinion about it. Is it what's the keeping to myself? Or am I just biting myself up unnecessarily? Because each time I even remember from most times that, okay, I want to do this. Sometimes I take radical decisions without saying to, because I don't even talk to people any longer. After that time, I don't talk to people. I can't confide in anybody. So I've taken some decisions that have backfired on me, and some that I know, okay, I should have taken this, but I could not even share with anybody. Nobody told me, okay, just take this after.
There's no one to advise you.
Things of life, yes.
And because you feel like you can't trust anybody anymore, right? Okay. So how can she actually deal with this? Especially, I remember you mentioned something of even having a partner, and then anytime you hear Jackpa, Like, I don't want to hear anything like that. So what are the steps? That's what I'll ask now. What are the strategic steps that she can actually take, practicalize, and, help herself be better?
Well, I just want to ask you this last question, and I want you to go from here to keep brooding over it. So where would you have been if you had not gone through? If 3 years of your life, I'm sure you'd look at it that you wasted 3 years of your life. But would you have met Victory Wilson if that had not happened?
No, because I wouldn't have any reason to be.
Would you have met Mtish? Would you be on this show?
No.
Somebody could see this show and invite you for a bigger platform. So do you think there's anything to gain, even in this pain?
I saw back the always happy me growing up. I just want to be happy without anything, holding back anything again, because each time I tend to be, I just find a reason to still hold myself back. Oh no, you're not there yet, you went through this, all of that. Yeah, just keep coming back fresh. And I could not share. If I had shared with someone, maybe I would have been better. I could not tell anybody about my experiences. So I just want to be fine again.
And you will, and you are. You are. I mean, being on this show, telling this story alone is enough to tell that there is light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm not here to tell you that after this show you will be fine. No, that's not the promise. But the promise is, with time, one step at a time, you will be fine. So what this show is going to do for you is, this show is going to open you up to total healing. And when I mean total healing, now you have the understanding that it's not an immediate thing. It's not a magical thing. It's something that takes time. And so after this show now, you can now tell yourself, okay, Bisoyi, take it one step at a time.
So what do you think I can do?
Yeah, that's what I'm
each
saying.
time, almost every night, I find to cry myself to bed. If it is not related to what I went through, it will be related to my career being on pause because I'm unable to get the degree first. So what do you think I should?
So I'm going to tell you to begin to look for praise points, gratitude points, instead of complaining points. So we tend to see what we don't have and forget what we have. What you have now is what some people are looking for. What you have now, so forget it. What you have is somebody's. Someone was told me that your prayer point is somebody's lifestyle. Do you understand? You're praying to have a certain amount of money, and somebody has that money and uses it to eat in the restaurant. Do you understand? So begin to see gratitude points. So this is the assignment I'm going to give you because of the Victory Wilson show. Just go back home and write things that, if I tell you to write things that you're grateful for and things that has happened that hurts you, you will discover, I'm telling this to you categorically, emphatically, with every sense of assurance, that you have more things to be grateful for. Because the only thing that breaks you down is just this. Aside this, you will discover that, okay, even with all of these things, I have been able to do this. Some people have not gone through what you've gone through and they've not achieved anything. So begin to find strength in the fact that you are still able to do something in spite of all that you have gone through. Then you will begin to see yourself not a failure anymore, but as a superwoman. I'm sure you don't see yourself as a superwoman. And that is who you really are. So from today, after leaving this show now, start looking for, you don't even need to look too far. You have it in you. When you were telling your story, you said you enrolled in school
Yeah, I enrolled myself already.
And you're presently in school.
I'm in my final year.
So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? That's why I said, do these things I've told you, right? Aside these gratitude points, I mentioned constructive comparison. There are people, my darling, that have parents. They are living with their parents. And they are not in school. There are people like that. Their parents are alive. They are not dead. They have them with their hands and legs, and they are not in school. So by the time, and you have them, right? So if you don't look at those people and you keep just looking at those that have gone ahead, those that have achieved, and you don't even know their stories. You don't know what they've gone through or what they are presently going through. And that's why, I'm sorry, social media sometimes does not help. So I tell most of my clients, okay, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say that even, like you said, looking within and around her, I mean, starting from even your story, I can chip in that you went on a journey in a speedboat where, when you told me the story, first of all, you mentioned people died. You did not die. You went through that 3-day journey on the sea, and then so these are gratitude points.
Yeah.
And then there's a popular saying that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Exactly.
Despite the fact that you say you withhold and you stay in your shell, you don't tell people things, but you yourself, within you, you know that you are stronger than so many people. And many people will go through just quarter of what you've gone through, and then that's the end.
That's it.
But you are here, still looking beautiful.
I mean,
Glowing.
if she doesn't
she's
tell
glowing
anyone,
she's glowing more than me. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, cameraman, can you take a look at this glow? So, yeah. So I just hope that she's giving you one step, like jotting down your praise and gratitude points.
Yes.
What else? What other step can she put in?
Yeah, I also talked about the constructive comparison.
Yes.
Go to, don't use social media, because I mean, at some point in my therapy, I tell my clients to take a break out of social media. Because on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, you see your friends, you're probably your age, people in your age bracket that have achieved this, they've done that, and those things will just you look into your face and you're telling yourself, okay, maybe I would have been
well. So constructive comparison.
Yeah.
What else can she actually do, especially with the case of the molestation and all? What else can she do to actively get her mind out of that?
Face your fear.
Okay.
Face your fear. You see, everything that scares you is what you should do. I know it's not easy. Yes, I see that look. I see that side look. But that's the truth. Everything that scares you. Movies scares you, watch movies. Traveling scares you, travel.
No,
I
you don't want to
understand. It's a
travel.
step at a time. I know it would
The
happen.
main reason of all of these things is because of to get a better life, go for greener pasture over there.
So now you don't want to travel.
I don't want to go get any greener pasture anyway. I'll be fine. Yeah.
Yes, you will be fine.
I don't even believe in Japan again.
I understand.
Okay, but you can at least try with traveling for fun.
I don't know. Maybe in the future.
That's why I said it's
Okay,
a
but we
step
are
at
here
a
for
time.
solution.
Yes,
Actually,
it's a step at a
so
time.
I think that MT is giving you advice and strategies that you can
strategies.
take. Because if you don't want to travel now, one day something will happen and you would travel. You will have kids.
What if you are invited to come and tell your story in the White House?
So you told the White House to come to you. You told the White House to come to you.
I'll prefer it's still the fair.
But I know you will get there. So let's just cut out some slack. Let's believe that.
Yeah.
You can start with this the gratitude points. Start comparing yourself constructively, and one thing I think you should do I'm not thinking now. Do the comparison, the constructive comparison. Do that first, because that would even make you see more gratitude points. As you are comparing yourself constructively with some person, you'll see that you're actually not outrightly doing bad. And that would give you more reasons to be grateful. And as you, what gratitude does is that it makes you see less of what you don't have, and you see more of what you have. And the more you see that, you will see that you will start loosening up, and everything you're scared of doing, you won't even know. So I have a client that used to be scared of he had what's this phobia now? I'm trying to remember. A lot of phobias. Pleurophobia.
Okay.
That's fear of love. Yes, fear of loving again, and that's because he was heartbroken. Ladies showed him, they served him breakfast back to back. And I told him, I said, the only way to break this phobia is to love again. And she said, "Ma, no way." I said, "You will love again. Take it a step at a time." And after much sessions and everything, he loved, and that was the end. And so when when he sent his card to me that he was gonna get married, I just dropped that message. I said, "Wow, are you in love?" So it takes love to conquer the fear of love. So that is it. But take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. See, this is where I'm even short of words, I don't know. But then I know that we can put to practice everything that MC has said. I hope that this actually speaks to you. Has it helped in any way?
Yeah, thank you so much, Victory. I never imagined I'll be going to a therapy in my life. I mean, this is the first time someone is talking to me back about my life experience and say in a positive way. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I think I'm better.
Okay, I like to hear that.
Later.
Feel lighter, especially being able to tell your story after like 80 years of bottling it up. It must have been so heavy. So heavy. I mean, that's why we're here. You don't have to carry so much burden. Life is hard enough. Just find, like we said in one of the episodes, find a safe space where you can talk about it. Don't tell the wrong person. Don't tell the wrong people. Go to therapy. You can share your story here, seek therapeutic help and, just get over it. All right. Thank you so much, Pisoye, for sharing your story. I'm happy that you feel lighter. And to everyone watching, hope you've learned a thing or two from our wonderful therapist, MT. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you so much for your invaluable advice and strategies that we'll take with us, carry with us and live with for a very, very long time. Thank you. All right, there's something that we like to do on our show because what our therapists give to us is invaluable. We cannot compare with money. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you. I'm sure that lives have been touched, lives have been changed, just like Bisoye right here. So I want to say thank you and present to you this little gift of appreciation. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do you have any final words for our viewers?
Okay. I just want to let everyone know that it's okay to seek help. Seeking help does not mean that you are weak. It doesn't mean that you will be discriminated, because the fear of stigmatization and discrimination is the reason why people are scared to tell your story. Platforms like this, where we don't stigmatize, where we don't discriminate, where we don't feel like what you have gone through is bizarre. Please explore opportunities and platforms like this to tell your story and get professional help.
Thank you so much for staying tuned to this episode. I hope that you've learned everything that you need to learn about coping with this kind of situation. Till I see you next time on another episode where we trash another very delicate and serious life experience. My name is Victory Wilson. You deserve the very best and never settle for less. Bye.